Ariel here to shake the matrix, expand your minds, and make you all think. How you guys doing this grand morning? You know, I've been trying to tell you guys for a long time that we're in assimilation. Science backs me up, nature backs me up, the agnostics back me up, and old ancient religion backs me up, and ancient text backs me up, and I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. There's a lot that backs me up. So, let's talk about this. You know, even physicists like James Gates found that the computer code, there was error correcting code woven into the fabric of our universe. Think about that. Literal programming in the equations of reality. Even Elon Musk and others echo that that it's more mathematical, more likely we're in assimilation than not. But now science has shown that with string theory and yada 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 yada. And this means the time loops are code loops. Think about it. We even know that. I mean, look at the events. Pandemics line up into how many years, wars line up into how many years, da 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 da. You know, we're not just these characters in this game of life. We're the coders. You know, everything in our life, what if I told you was nothing more than a code? What? But it feels so real. That's right. Because it's a freaking holographic simulation trying to make you feel like it's real. You know, even Carl Jung said that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. You know, patterns repeat until the lesson is learned. Trust me. How many times have we said, oh man, I've been going around the same mountain over and over again. I'm getting tired of the view of this mountain. You know, and you keep going through the same things over and over again because they are patterns. They're repeating until you get it, till you understand what the lesson is about. Traumas echo, relationships mirror, and even the villains in your story are all part of getting you to where you're at right now. They were programmed by your own higher consciousness because remember, let's give the power back. You are a coder. You are a creator. They were programmed by your own higher conscious to provoke you to awaken. And the heartbreak, the betrayal, the abandonment, the loss, the hurts, the everything, it's the simulation shock therapy. And it worked. If you are getting it, if you are awake and you're watching your life transform and you're watching things around you transform, you're seeing the veil torn, then guess what? You know. Okay? And now you're laughing at it anyways. So look to nature and you'll see the cycles. It goes birth, death, rebirth. Caterpillar, cocoon, butterfly. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Nature doesn't fight the code, it embodies it. And when we align with nature, the natural cycles, rather than resist them, we start moving from first person player to the observer. You see, the agnostics knew this. They knew that this was a false world, that it was doing nothing but trying to imprison your mind. But they also taught that the freedom was within you, that you were a spark of the divine. And the only way out was to remember who you truly were. And once you do, then you see the story of your life for what it really is. You're like, okay, so that wasn't really my enemy. That was the dude who helped me get to this place. It's true. You know, I look at all the people, dudes, when I came back to life, trust me, holy crap. And when I gave my first interview, you have to understand, I was in the Christian dang world, preaching from the stage, teaching all of this stuff, not this stuff, but teaching all the church stuff. And that's where I was. And I came back and I stayed silent on what I really got for 2.5 years. And then finally I give my interview and I give all this. You don't think that church rose up? And I was dealing with the church across Canada, the United States. You don't think they rose up? You don't think those friends, everyone walked out? I was left with me in the desert and nature. But the thing is, I planned that to get me to this place. But what confidence do you have when you go ahead, walk away? I don't care. You're going to do that. You're designed to. Because now you see it for what it is. And now the trauma isn't your story. The story isn't you. But it's nothing more than what got you to the stance of where you're at now. And now you're warriors. You're like, I played, you know, like we go into these video games we play, right? Think about it. All you guys that have kids or if you've been like me, Gen Xs, we had our spout at video games and stuff like that. Now, the way video games are today is we get into them And we're right into them. And we get mad if someone takes out that character or blemishes our cool outfit or does this or that, right? It becomes so real to us. So we can conceive and understand how that gets there. And we know there at the end of the day, it's just turn off the video game. Because sometimes when the kids got too involved in the video game, what did mom and dad do? Turn that off right now. That's it. You're getting way too involved in this. Huh. But see, no one's telling you in this same simulation we're in right now, yo, turn it off. You're getting way too involved in this game right now. You're letting it take you out. You forgot. You planned it. This is the game you wanted to play. You forgot that. See, the agnostics knew that we were in a false world, a prison system, a prison mind. But they also taught that within you is the divine spark. Sorry about that. We got someone tried to call. I got doctors freaking out. They'll leave a message and I'll get back to them. They freak out more than I do. We're all good. So, the agnostics knew this was a false world. See, because I know this is a false world, so I'm not freaking out over doctor stuff. It's part of the program. I'm get it. So, a prison of the mind. But they said that everything was within you. Now, the divine spark we're taught is creation. Well, how do you have creation if you're not creation? That makes absolutely no sense. That's like the, religious, like, well, let's bring Jesus into us. Well, how do you bring something into you when you're already it? How do you go find something that's already there? So the only way out for us is really to remember who we are. And we have to remember we're not our story. You're the one writing the story. And when you become conscious of that truth, you get to transcend it. How's it going, all you beautiful people? Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. You're all so beautiful. Thank you for joining. So, you got to know thyself, and you shall know the universe, right? And the gods. What? Know thyself, and I get to know the universe and the gods? How? Everything says the universe is within you. Inscription at the temple of Apollo at the Delphi is within you, so nothing is an accident. That person who hurt you, it was nothing more than an activating code. That illness you went through, initiation to embodiment. Hey, the initiation I went through, man, it took me right out of my body, and I got to see the universe and the codes and go through heck and back and be here. That random encounter, that preset marker on your soul's GPS, it's all architecture. So start laughing at it. Go, man, I let that really take me on. I got sucked into that. It brought out every emotion in me, That was a good video game. That was a good game. And when you truly see it and stop reacting and start responding as the architect and go, okay, let's readjust this game. And we go from player to observer to creator. Player says, why is this happening to me? The observer goes, well, what pattern is repeating here? And the creator goes, what energy do I wish to code in this right now? What do you want to do right now? So what now? So we start working on this. We get to learn about recognizing patterns without judgment. We learn to detach from these emotional baits of the story, get wrapped up in our stories, start using science to validate our inner knowings. Reclaim that you get a choice. Reprogram this simulation and start being the frequencies that we are. We got to stop complaining, because the truth is we have it all in our hands to change it. We always have. Every one of us. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. So make sure you guys, when you're facing that chaos and it's hitting you hard in the storm, stop for a moment. Go, wait a sec. What am I trying to wake myself up from? Do the stop moments, people. You know, let me tell you. I'm sitting here with my brain that I got. It's a smart brain. I wasn't taught that for years, but it's a smart brain. And I'm dealing with some brain fog because I got a few things going on medically that my body's trying to freak me out with. But you know what? Look at it. Fuck that shit. Recognize where that's at. Recognize what it is and go, you know what? You're not gonna own me. I'm not gonna let you do that. Because I hold this temple, motherfucker. Hold it. Know your authority. Know your creator. Because it's you. And start creating it way better for yourself. And stop trying to make it happen. Why? Why would a creator need to make it happen? It makes no sense. Snap your fingers. Let go. And I gotta get off. So I love y'all. We'll see you guys on Monday.